the battle of the jabs.
Circle, guy. I want you to circle.
Yep, setting your opponent up and hope that you can land the next big shot.
Do you think MEZGER would really want to come in and throw a left uppercut, left hook combo?
Left uppercut, left hook. It should be a very long left uppercut, but it would be a good combination.
Because I think right now he's only shot with the right. I think ARONA is thinking in terms of defending from that side. And MEZGER, who's got a pretty decent left hook and a good left hand, might want to go to the left side for a change. MEZGER with a trip takedown. MEZGER in side control. And ARONA gets up and eats a knee.
Yeah, you want to get out of that situation. If you want to go to the ground, please be on top. That's what he thinks. That's right. Here we are again. We've seen the guy going to the body from this position a lot, so that's good too. Short body shots.
But we want to see him get out of this position because this position is not a stalling position, but it's not a position of trying to win the fight. They're not going to win with rabbit punches from here. They're going to try to go for the, MEZGER with an uppercut. And ARONA trying to lash out at MEZGER. But this,
there he got clogged one time.
Yeah, MEZGER, MEZGER landing a left hand, but ARONA going down low. MEZGER sprawling beautifully. And ARONA, big left high kick. Big left high kick by Guy MEZGER. ARONA is in trouble, folks. You like that kick, don't you?
Oh, I love high kicks. It was totally unexpected.
And that rocked him, as I said, the chin was high, and so was the kick.
Restarted in the center of the ring, which is very good for RICARDO right now. He's rising some time.
We've got over half of the round left at 3 minutes left in the round. I think ARONA, if I were Guy MEZGER, I would break guard, stand back up, and try for a knockout. Stand up because he's in ARONA's game plan here because he rocked him with a high kick.
He's gonna go for an hammerlock. Oh, I don't know. He's going leg lock now.
ARONA going for a knee bar here. Now, MEZGER, he's got to slide out. The sweat is a factor here. The sweat is a factor.
Yeah, there is no knee bar right now. He can go for toe hold, but knee bar. Oh, kick to the head. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, toe hold, but he cannot bend the leg. If the guy bends his leg, then he could be vulnerable for a toe hold. He doesn't. Very good. MEZGER's going to climb on top now.
Out of trouble.
Perfect. If I'm hitting.
If I'm MEZGER, I'd hit a couple times and stand back up. Because in a standing position that MEZGER, now MEZGER seems to be unhappy with the way the fight is going, and ARONA pulls guard, gets half guard from the bottom.
Good. Everybody.
Unfortunately, in this position here, ARONA is able to clear his head, and any damage from that high kick is quickly becoming a thing of the past.
Yeah, but on the scorecard, it's Guy MEZGER's round again. And if it keeps going to the third round, you know, he's going to win the fight.
So MEZGER should come in, and I think, as you said before, the combination here will be jab, jab to the body, right hand to the head.
That's it. And RICARDO looks winded here.
And MEZGER with a real good sprawl there. ARONA is winded here.
Yeah.
Now this is where a knee to the body would really do some damage.
It would be the best right now.
He could end the fight right there. He went to the body with that right knee, but the problem is ARONA has that arm underhook, so he can catch that knee.
Well, left knee to the solar plexus would do the trick now too. Otherwise, just start kneeing the legs again.
MEZGER, yeah, exactly. Just like you said, the referee looking at ARONA looks like he wants out. He's just turning his back here. ARONA doesn't look in good shape here. It looks like does it look like he's ready to quit?
It looks like he's ready to quit, but maybe he thinks, you know, these punches are not that hard. Let's catch my breath. It's more important than to block these punches.
Trying desperately for a takedown, and that's going to really deplete ARONA's energy. That takedown used a lot of energy.
Nice shot right there. He should throw a left knee now.
Okay,
left knee.
If he can free up that right leg, he can be in really good position to start delivering knees to the top of ARONA's head. He wants to get a front headlock. ARONA looks out of it here.
Yeah, he threw away a lot of energy. And, it's going to cost him. Yeah, and this is normal, you know. It's like, what do we have left in time? they're going to take a good rest right now here. And then round 2 is going to be good again.
I think that MEZGER owns this round so far, no question about it.
Yeah, he came very close with the high kick.
It looked like it was almost going to be a knockout.
Yeah, if it wouldn't have been, if Ricardo wouldn't have slid under the ropes, it could have been a knockout right there.
Wow. Guy MEZGER tired too. This is really where the championship rounds, when you get late into the fight and both men are tired, the word quit really doesn't flash through their minds, but it does flash through their bodies.
Oh, you can say that again. The good thing for Ricardo,
Oh, big left kick.
right under the jaw. Yeah, for Ricardo, it's more difficult now. What a beautiful kick.
Right on the neck. It's amazing that that didn't knock him out. And as I said before, his chin was high and his hands were down.
Yep. And for Guy, it's going to be more easy. He knows he's on ahead on points, and Ricardo knows he's behind, so he's going to have to
There's
work.
the knee bar attempt.
And very close.
And he did come close, but MEZGER, having fought Pancrase, they've got a lot of leg locks, Bob. You know that.
They're known for leg locks. And that's why I said when he was in the knee bar, it's going to be very, very straight. He's going to get caught.
Now, Ken Shamrock really giving Guy MEZGER a pep talk, and Ricardo Arona probably getting the same from his cornermen. This has really been an interesting fight because right when we thought it was going to get slow, then boom, a high kick or a takedown, or MEZGER would land a shot. MEZGER definitely in control of the fight. I believe that Arona needs a submission to win this fight. I don't think he can win by knockout because he's not that accomplished a puncher.
Yeah, he hit Guy MEZGER in the second round one time, you remember? Then you say, oh, he hit him, and then he went for the takedown, and instinctively Guy MEZGER pulled that one perfectly. But it's true, you know, it's going to be a wild punch right at the button that didn't take it, otherwise he's not going to let it go.
Guy MEZGER.
Yeah, he's tired.
Oh, yeah. MEZGER looks tired here. And Arona needs to really get busy here. I believe Arona is far enough behind on points he cannot win a decision. But Arona looks the fresher of the two right here, but we'll see when they start engaging.
Yeah, it's the instinct for Guy is going to probably do everything. You know, even if he goes for the takedown, he will have this pole. Yeah, Guy looks winded right here. And if he recovers fast. Even keeping your hands up at this moment takes a lot of energy. It's very strange, but and I had it a lot too, you know, in the fight. You're real tired, and they said, put your hands up, and it takes so much power away.
So MEZGER ducks that right hand and gives up the takedown to Arona. Arona trips him down. MEZGER with the double overhooks, half guard position. Actually, he's got full guard, half butterfly. And now he's got a full butterfly guard. That would be the shins directly under the thighs of the man on top.
Yep, they're going to restart it again. That's a good rule.
I think they're going to actually slide him to the center.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah. But that's what I like about this, about Pride, you know, pull him back. Look at him. People are laughing in the audience.
Oh, yeah.
As we.
Because both these guys, you know, that's one thing, Boss, you know as well as I do, being a fighter in the ring, you have to be a bit of an actor. You can't show your opponent that you're A, hurt, or B, tired.
No.
Otherwise, they're going to take advantage, but both these guys are tired.
Oh, yes. Right now, Ricardo's in a better position, but can he do something with it? That's the question. You don't want to open up too much with your striking, because then you give Guy the opportunity to escape.
But MEZGER really looks like he's got to catch a second wind here. Is the crossface one of your favorite moves, Boss?
Yeah, just annoying your opponent, I think, is real good. Pushing your elbows on his ribs, crossface, always does the trick.
Now the crossface, in case you're new at mixed martial arts, Arona's left arm is across Mezger's face and throat. Would that be the cross?
That was a hard right straight there to the temple of Guy.
Yeah, Arona getting the better of this round so far, but is it enough
to win the fight? But yeah, I just want to say he asked the same thing.
I don't think so, unless he does a lot of damage and busts Guy open and cuts him. They have to look at the cut or something like that. But even then, the first round was close, but still Mezger won the round. Second round, without question, Mezger was on the verge of stopping Arona. But Arona really coming back in this round, but not as aggressive as he needs to be. If there's anything to be said about someone like a guy like Vanderlei Silva, who has been beaten before, but nonetheless, he comes out in such an aggressive state. It's entertaining, and it boosts your I would say, your price tag.
Oh yeah, of course, because everybody wants to see him back. Exciting fighters, that's what the people want, you know? You don't want a boring fighter.
Mezger eating punches here. Arona landed a big right hand.
Yeah, guys should try to hold him real tight, but it's very difficult because they're sweating and they're very slippery. But that would be his best thing to do right now. Hold him very tight, the referee's got to put him on the feet again, and then see if he can get some shots in.
Watch your face! Watch your face! Watch your face!
Mezger was, as we said before, and as he said at the head of the show, really affected emotionally by the events in New York and the Pentagon and really around the world. And it really took some of his motivation out, but I think in true championship spirit, he's stepped into the ring and he's fought regardless of the depressed state that he may have been in.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, you know. It's like I said, I saw him and I know him totally, he was totally different.
Yes, he was.
You could see it, so it really affected him. It's not like his story or something.
Because Mezger occasionally can be blunt, outspoken, he's a great interviewer, and sometimes some people might think he's a little cocky in his pre-fight, but this time he wasn't like that. This time he was distracted by the events that occurred in the United States. But Arona doing what he has to do to get this round so far, but is it enough?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but
this is where we need a man like Matt Hume.
30 seconds.
Judge extraordinaire. So funny how we had Matt Hume in a fight that ended in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Got to see the irony in that.
He said he definitely wanted the aggressive part and the damage part. Now, Bell's going to land. Ooh, armbar. Just try it.
Well, if he tries it, he'll probably give up his back because Arona will pass the guard. Oh, Arona. Okay. But it was the fatigue there that betrayed Guy Mezger. Arona did land some shots, got a little nick over one of the eyes of Guy Mezger. Guy on his knees, probably glad that's over with because now he can deal with some of the things that are happening back home. Guy really,
yeah,
really.
He fought 2 fights.
I'll tell you one thing. Yes, he did. He fought the emotional fight that had nothing to do with the pride fight with Arona, and then the fight with one of the greatest grapplers in the world, RICARDO Arona, and really got a surplus of points in round 1 and 2. Arona came back a little bit in the third, much to his credit. Both men showed the heart of a champion, fought back their demons in the way of defeating the fatigue. Only the judges know. I got to go with Mezger.
Me too. But yeah, let's hope they make a good decision. Again, happy to not be a judge.
Both men, gentlemen. RICARDO
looks
Arona.
like a draw almost, but the way the referee goes.
Yeah, but no.
There's no draws.
There's no draws. Not anymore. We used to have draws.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジバットガイ。ジャッジ小林アローナ。ジャッジマットアローナ。
Oh my God. RICARDO Arona has won a split decision over Guy Mezger. Well, they must have taken that first round, and there's a backflip by Arona.
So I guess he has some stamina left.
he really got his second win there. That first round was close.
Yeah, it was close. And maybe also in the second round he hit the guy one time. And I think it's like you said, you know, the ending, it has a lot of influence on the judges. But yeah, for sure it was a close fight.
です。In the red corner, from Japan, AKIRA!
Now when this guy comes into the ring, we see probably the truest warrior in the Pride fighting circuit.
100%. Did you see that preview, that little clip from him against Coleman? Wow.
Well, the audience didn't see that in America, but we saw Shoji take Coleman down, get him in trouble, punch him in the face. That happened last year in the Pride Fighting Championship Grand Prix, of where he drew Mark Coleman, the top fighter in the sport today, and he really gave Coleman a scare there for a second.
Oh yeah, he did. This guy is ready to go, and like we call him in the previous interviews, he's the true samurai warrior. A lot of energy.
He's going to need that warrior spirit because he's stepping in with the biggest man in the sport, in Sammy SCHILT, and I think that Shoji has got to use movement and almost like be like Spider-Man. He's got to circle Sammy SCHILT so many times, almost like he's weaving a web around him until the big man falls. Because if he goes straight in, it could be curtains.
It could be real dangerous because Sam's striking skills are very good. He's got very good control over his kicking and punching, and the knees especially are very controlled. And since AKIRA is smaller than him, that's going to be a major factor right there.
なおこの試合は両選手の体重差が10キロ以上ありますが、体重が軽い庄司選手が4点ポイント状態での打撃攻撃を認めたため、通常通りのルールとなります。ただし判定の場合は10キロ以上の体重差が有効となります。
ただいまに本日の第5試合を行います。青コーナー211センチ122キロセムシュート。
Now, Sammy SCHILT right there. This bout is going to give AKIRA Shoji because he is outweighed by over 10 kilos or 22 pounds. Shoji had the option to either have knees and kicks on the ground or not. He chose to fight under full Pride rules, unlike, let's say, when Vita Belfort fought Keith Haring. Look at that. He's going to get a stiff neck just looking him in the eye.
It's a stare up, it's not a stare down.
Right. Very good, Basito. Very good. Score!
Here we go.
I expect this match to be a lot like watching the Discovery Channel. This is really, really a wild match.
We're going to places where no man has gone before. This is going to be.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Shoji being the David versus Sammy Schultz Goliath. Let's see if he needs that slingshot. We know he needs a fast shot, as in takedown.
Yeah, but it wouldn't hurt him to bring a gun also.
I think Shoji should circle to the right because it's Sammy Schultz's right knee that is the dangerous weapon.
Yeah, Schultz should only strike, punch. I think it's dangerous. If Shoji goes for a takedown, he should defend the takedown first and then goes for strikes to the head.
It may surprise Schultz if Shoji went with an overhand right through a low kick. It may throw him out. Shoji's got to get Schultz out of his game plan. But Schultz, really, if you think about it, there's never. Oh, left. It was a high kick. It would have been a rib kick for most people. But oh, he's got a body lock, and Schultz going for the guillotine choke.
Yeah, Schultz got some thin forearms, and he can sink in that front choke like he did many times in Pancras. He's got a good front choke. I don't think it's going to happen with on AKIRA Shoji because he's a submission artist.
Oh, this is great. AKIRA Shoji gets the takedown. Now, I didn't expect this. I expected this to be a stand-up fight dictated by Schultz. Shoji in Schultz's guard. Got to be patient here. And what should he do here, Bob?
He's exactly doing what he should do. He's bringing Sam Schultz away from the ropes so that he has more space to do his thing. He should try to escape. There we go. But Sam is very strong. We saw him fight against Pete Williams. He was just holding the hands of Pete Williams in the guard, and Pete couldn't break his grip. So yeah, we have to see if he can break this total grip and pull his left arm out too.
Well, I think one thing that gets underestimated is the strength of Shoji. People don't really talk about that, but Shoji has been in there and went the distance with Eagle of Chancellor, and you have to be a strong man to do that.
Yeah, that's one thing for sure. And he went the distance also with Mark Coleman, like you said before. It's going to be a very difficult task here for Sam Schultz.
Well, there's one main thing that we got to remember in here. The Pride Fighting Championships is not just about who is the strongest fighter, but it also comes down to who is the more intelligent fighter and who has the biggest heart. And what bigger heart than AKIRA Shoji?
Yeah, him and Matsui, you know, these are two guys. Yeah, like we always say, I call him the little Igor Vovchankin, AKIRA Shoji. A lot of heart. He's actually built a little bit the same, a little smaller, less in weight.
Now, did you see that? Pete Williams in the Ultimate Fighting Championship could not break the grip of Sammy Schultz, but Schultz flips. Oh no! Schultz has flipped Shoji over. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that Shoji got out of that iron grip of Sammy Schultz there for a second, but Schultz flipped him over.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. It looks like Shoji wants to go for an armbar. See that? He's trapping the right arm of Sam, and he's going to go for it, I think. Sam got long limbs, you know, everything is long, so he's very vulnerable for arm bars and leg locks. Just to watch out for that.
Now here's the battle of grips.
Oh yeah.
And Sammy is going to win that battle, but if he lets go and goes for a strike, Shoji doing really well at covering up.
Yeah, Sam's hands are as big as Shoji's feet, I think. And he just slammed his finger around the wrist.
Schultz going for the neck crank there, but Shoji opens the guard up.
So he's prepping the arm of Shield, the right arm. He's going to go for a right arm bar.
A real strategic fight here so far, and actually an action-packed fight, even though it's been in the guard. Because Schultz is making for the action, so is Shoji. Shoji, I don't think it's possible for him to fight in a dull fight.
No, we've never seen him in a dull fight. Same as Sakuraba, always spectacular. Spectacle, what are you saying, man?
Spectacular.
Spectacular. Now, Shoji got him in the iron grip.
Yeah,
but he pulled it out.
Yeah, double overhook today.
It was a good left hand.
Yeah, it was.
But to stop Shoji with striking, it's going to be difficult. I think to stop him, it really should be a knee. He should stand on the feet, there should be a knee to the head. Otherwise, he could take a lot of punches.
I think one of the things that Schilt might have a problem with is usually he's throwing a knee to someone over 6 feet tall. Shoji being lower, it may be easier for him to bring the knee up, but it may be a problem for him to get the accuracy to get the head because he's so far down.
Yeah, maybe it is, but he should visualize his solar plexus or something as an even opponent.
Right. So far, Shoji doing a lot more than we may have expected, but Shoji pushing him back, Schilt motioning to him. Shoji probably wants Schilt to engage. Shoji doing the butt scoop here.
Oh, Schilt should kick because he's got so much reach.
He should try kicking in the head.
Yeah, he can kick him in the head.
But maybe he's afraid of the leg. Okay, that's actually a good call because Shoji basically was buying time. Now we got to watch out for those knees, as boss said. If Shoji goes for a single leg, he's got to go outside his right side. There's that knee, but it misses. And Shoji trying for a body lock. There's another knee. It lands on the arms and knocks Shoji down. That is some serious power, folks. It hit Shoji on the arms and down he went. Shoji definitely outgunned standing up there.
Oh yeah, like I said before, he's got very good control. He's very tall, but he's got very control over his body, which makes him a very dangerous striker.
Well, this fight came as a result of 2 injuries. Originally, Igor Vovchanchin, one of the top heavyweights in the sport from Ukraine, was to fight SEMMY Schilt, but he injured his shoulder, and Brad Kohler from the United States was going to fight Shoji. So those 2 gentlemen got injured on short notice, so Shoji decided to take the offer, never back down from a fight, to fight the monster in SEMMY Schilt.
Yeah, you know, talking about always a fighter, huh? Samurai spirit. He's got the fighter heart. I mean, step in. Igor Vovchanchin, at least he has an even weight as Sam Schilt, a little less. And Brad Kohler would have been better for Shoji.
I think Shoji looks a little confused. He's really got to. Oh no, that was a hard left knee. Knocked Shoji down. Shoji really has got to use lateral movement when he stands up.
Yeah, it's got.
If I were him, I would sprint to the right and make SEMMY Schilt start to turn. That's the only way he's going to be able to trap the leg. If for him to stand right in front of him like this, he can't do this. He's got to actually move fast as he can. But it looks like Shoji may be carrying a few extra pounds in this fight. Maybe he tried to bulk up. Shoji going for a back kick there, really not being effective with the kick.
Yeah, the reach of Sam's arms are longer than Shoji's legs. Oh, and another knee to the head. And you see he's very accurate with those knees.
He's knocked out quite a few fighters with those knees, including Guy Mezger, who he fought in a pancrase fight some years ago.
Yeah, he knocked out also Funaki with a liver punch. That was also great. Yeah, Shoji looks tired right here, a little winded. And Sam is known for his stamina. He can go all the way.
If Shoji wanted to get an easy win, to get back in the winning streak after picking up 2 losses, this may have been the wrong fight to do that with.
Oh, there's the liver shot again, you see?
Oh, Shoji is out. That's it. That's it.
It's over.
It's over. Shoji has been stopped by the behemoth, SEMMY Schilt, with strikes.
Wow. It was the liver shot that set it up. Did you see it? Yeah, the liver shot, you saw him crimping a little bit, then the knee to the head again. Yeah, very accurate.
Okay, it was 8 minutes, 19 seconds into round 1. SEMMY Schilt really not surprising us, because going into this fight, it would have almost taken a miracle for Shoji to be able to defeat the size of SEMMY Schilt, but showing the absolute warrior courage in taking the fight at last minute because of the 2 injuries to the 2 fighters previously mentioned. There's that left hook, there's that left knee, and that's kind of what, then that left hook right there again, and a left kick, and it was left, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, starting with the left hook to the body, left knee to the head, left hook again to the head, Shoji on the way down, and the left kick on the way down really was inconsequential. Shoji was already out. Shoji walking out of the ring a little dejected, but nonetheless stepped in with the giant, gave it his best shot, and came up on the short end of the stick.
11月3日のプライド17東京ドーム大会に出場が決定いたしました桜庭和志選手、バンダレーシルバ選手よりご挨拶をさせていただきます。
Okay, our friend Kay Grant, the announcer extraordinaire. Vanderlei Silva.
Não tem essa, vou meter porrada e vou meter local. Vou mostrar que aqui tem. Ele vai se estruturar o Brasil.
Okay, Vanderlei Silva is in the ring, announcing that he will face Kazushi Sakuraba for the middleweight title, the newly created worldwide middleweight title, and it will be a revenge match for Sakuraba. Sakuraba having lost to Vanderlei earlier this year via a very, very devastating TKO on the ground, and Vanderlei giving that look, and Vanderlei looks like he's ready to go right now. Wow. And that will happen on November 3rd. November 3rd.
前回の試合ちょっと短かったので、今回はもっと長くいい試合ができればいいと思ってます。応援よろしくお願いします。
And Vanderlei looking right at Sakuraba, wishing Sakuraba would catch his gaze.
それでは皆さん、次回プライド17両選手の活躍にご期待ください。
I'm here with Don Fry. Don, how have you been doing, man? 5 years. Why the comeback?
Ego, just to see if I could do it again, but also for my children. I want to give them a good life, secure a future for them, let them go to college so they don't have to beat people up for a living.
Okay. How do you see the fight going? Gilbert Yvel, stand-up fighter, you want to take it to the ground, or you're just going to trade shots?
I don't know. I never know what I'm going to do. I just get out there and shoot from the hip. Yeah.
Okay, man. Now, Don, you got a special corner. Can you introduce us?
Yeah, I've got a great corner. There's Sam Sotelo, he's a corrections officer down there in Tucson, Arizona. Jeff Spencer, he's a firefighter down in Sierra Vista, Arizona. This is Denny Devine, he's my training partner. All-American, national champion in wrestling, all-around stud.
Gilbert, you got a Hickson Gracie cap. What's that about?
It makes my groundwork looks better. When I put this on, I became a different man. Man, I do arm locks, arm bars. I become very good.
Don Fry,
Yeah.
your prediction on the fight?
I think he's going to be a coward and they're going to try to take me down. As always, all the fighters are cowards. They don't want to stand up with me. I think it's going to be do like stupid go to the ground. Why don't they stand up with me like a real man? Fight like a real man.
Do you think you're the most dangerous stand-up fighter in mixed martial arts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I am.
Because you're fast, because of knees, why?
I just knock everybody out to try to fight standing with me. Yeah, that's scary.
How's your relationship with Brazilian fighters right now?
Okay, I only like Rancy Craig, I like him. Nogueira's relaxed fight and all. And the rest.
Why?
Because I hate him. Especially the guys of the gym of the Silva. I don't want to fight him again. Kick his ass.
What, you have a problem with Vanderlei?
Yeah. Because he kicked me in the nuts. I want to fight him again. I kick his ass.
Okay, there it is. And the man that Gilbert will face,
in the red corner,
formerly known as the Predator, he likes to be called Don Frye now. Don Frye, ironically, was one of the first combatants in mixed martial arts that really put strikes together. Had knees, he had punches, but he may be facing the new generation of strikers of Gilbert Ivo. Coming out to the national anthem of the United States, Don Frye, a truly patriotic American. Now this is the kind of guy, he's like the quintessential American. You look at him, and you can almost guess it came from the USA.
He's something special, man, I'm telling you. When you met him in the pre-interview fights, terrorist sucks. That's what his t-shirt said.
Yeah, and never so true were those obvious words.
Oh, he's quite emotional right there.
Yes, he is. Don Frye did all but dedicate this fight to all the people who were injured and lost in that cowardly, devastating disaster that happened in New York and the Pentagon in the U.S. Almost 2 weeks ago. Don Frye, if anything, is so focused and emotional here. Well, welcome back, Don Frye. I was so excited when I found out Don Frye was going to fight, let alone when they found out he was going to fight Gilbert Ivo. I mean, I'm sure that the representatives over at Dream Stage Entertainment knew, because I was screaming. I was saying, all right, Don Frye is back. I was so excited. I was there when he made his debut into the Ultimate Fighting Championship in Puerto Rico in 1996. And he went through a very rugged field, including stopping Gary Goodridge in the final with punches, made Gary tap out with uppercuts and knees. And now he's back. But as I said before, he was one of the original strikers in mixed martial arts, and Gilbert Ivo, being over 10 years older than Don Frye, may be the new breed of strikers.
ただいまよりプライス16第6試合を行います。青コーナー187センチ110キロギルバート・アイボ。
It's no mystery that Gilbert Ivo wants to keep this fight on his feet.
赤コーナー185センチ105キロドン・フライ。
Strategically, though, I think the obvious game plan is pretty obvious. Even though Don Frye has got pretty good strikes, I don't know he wants to test his strikes here with Gilbert Ivo. And there's the stare down. Gilbert, by the way, went on record and said to me, we in Holland, and I'll quote him, are sad at what happened in the U.S., unquote. But he's still got to take care of business.
Oh man, look at the intensity there, right there.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of intensity. But Don Frye has been in with some intense characters. He fought Mark Coleman. That's his only loss, really, was to Mark Coleman. If he should defeat Gilbert Ivo, he would definitely want to face Coleman. Gilbert jumping up and going. Don Frye gets the takedown, but Gilbert scoots back up. Gilbert almost gave Don Frye that takedown on a silver platter. It was Don, went for the body lock. Don's got underhooks here. I think it's just a matter of time before Don Frye can get the trip. Don Frye striking his way out. Don Frye hurt here. Oh, big right hand by Gilbert Ivo. Gilbert going for the knee. Don hanging onto the ropes. Oh, left knee to the sternum. A dangerous area to catch a knee, Ross.
Oh my God, he got hurt with something and I couldn't see it. We saw him staggering back suddenly and I don't know what it was. Hitting the ropes here.
Well, Don has got his upper thigh taped pretty heavily. He did mention something about a groin pull in the last couple of days. I don't know the extent of that injury, but nonetheless, he really wants to keep the body lock here. I don't think he should open up and strike with Gilbert. He keep that body lock and trip and get Gilbert on the mat.
You know, this is a very important thing for him here.
This restart, this break is going to really hurt Don Frye. Oh.
Yellow card.
Gilbert getting a yellow card. What's Gilbert doing to the referee?
I don't know. I don't know, he was putting his hand back in for something, I don't know. They should restart it in the center in the body lock position.
Don is complaining to the referee about something. Don looks like he's red around the eyes. I don't.
Something happened.
Was he getting scratched in the eye? Because that wasn't from a punch.
No, look at his eyes.
Was he getting gouged? It looked like the doctor was examining his eyes. Well, we've been off to a blazing start here. A momentary break to determine Don Frye may have some kind of an eye injury. Oh, he may have been thumbed. Let's hope it was an unintentional thumb. We don't know. Gilbert was just trying to work position and trying to get out of the body lock. Maybe he tried a crossface, boss.
Yeah, I think it was sooner. You know, when I said I saw him staggering back, I think it happened there.
Yeah, right here. Let's look at the tape. Gilbert trying to crossface right there. He may have used the finger. Oh, yeah, Don shirked his head.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's where it happened. Gilbert was trying to get through. Both men had their faces locked up against each other. Gilbert was trying to get the arm in there to pry Don loose. And Don getting the eye exam there by the referee. Now, one thing Don said at the end of the interview yesterday that we did for the commentary, he said, God bless America.
Get ready for a flying knee.
There will be a flying knee. We can almost bet money that that's going to happen. Don Frye really stationary. Really stationary. He's not moving around a lot. There's the flying knee. Don traps the leg. And Gilbert trying to spin out. Both men on the ground. Don shooting in high. Gilbert trying to stay up on his feet.
Should both underhook, try to souffle him backwards.
Don hanging onto the ropes there.
Headbutting him.
Looks like Don was going back to the old UFC days. Don got the arms locked. Keep this position at all costs. Keep this position. And then, Gilbert's holding on. That should be another yellow card. Don is really limping here. Maybe that Gilbert getting a yellow card. Don really limped back to that corner. Gilbert getting another yellow card. Now, it was Gilbert that got the yellow card. Yeah. Okay, so one more yellow card. The fight will be over via disqualification.
We know it's going to be dangerous.
Okay. The referee having harsh words with Gilbert Eimel. Gilbert going to throw that knee again. Gets the body lock, and Frye gets Gilbert on the ground. This is really getting personal here.
Yep. This is not where you want to be with Don Frye in your guard.
No, you don't, because Don Frye is one of the first guys who can hurt people from the guard with punches. The theory was, we'll just trap the arm and go for an arm bar. Now they're going to restart the fighters back toward the center of the ring in the guard position. And this is definitely going to favor Don Frye. Don Frye obviously hurting from that injury. He tried to mask the injury, but he's been limping. He can barely, they're going to restart him standing? No, they should be down on the ground. They should be back on the ground. Gilbert will not get back down on the ground. Pride rules dictate that if the fighters are going to be restarted, okay, Gilbert finally giving up.
Thank God, because he was on the point of getting disqualified.
Exactly. Okay, now wait, Gilbert's already trying to fight now. The referee.
He's got an open guard, which is not smart to do now.
No.
If Don's going to pass his guard, he's going to go ground and pound.
Don really got to keep it here for a while. Gilbert looked like he's going for an under leg hook there. Gilbert needs to sweep Don Frye. He needs to get out of this position. This would definitely favor Frye. Gilbert's got to watch out for that crossface because those fingers are getting close to Frye's eyes again. I think Frye's going to go for an over-under choke here.
Yeah, and it might work on Gilbert.
Gilbert, in his last fight, was choked out by Igor Vovchanchin. Vovchanchin, notoriously known to be a kickboxer, had never choked out anybody in his life. Ooh. Good right hand by Don Frye. Frye going for a neck crank here. Cranking up. Gilbert trying for a crossface. Looks like those thumbs are getting dangerously close.
Whoa. Yep.
And he's going for the neck crank.
Armbar, he's going for an armbar.
Unbelievable.
But now he's got side position. Oh, Gilbert needs to get up.
North-south, Don Frye. You should really start throwing knees here. That right knee, there it is. Unbelievable match. A rough and tumble affair, practically a street fight at this moment. These guys are
figure four coming up.
Oh, here comes the key lock. Don Frye going for the key lock at the side mount, and that is the best position to get the hold. Gilbert defending at this moment. Don Frye, the warrior, is back. Limping around nonetheless. Now almost, and he's got Gilbert mounted.
Now he's going to rain strikes.
This is a bad position for Gilbert. If Gilbert lets go of his hands, and he's got a long first round here.
Yeah, he should cross-face him, push himself away.
The crowd cheering every strike from Don Frye. Don Frye hugely successful here as a pro wrestler in the New Japan wrestling outfit. A wild first round so far. Gilbert trying to buck him off unsuccessfully. Frye going for a smother here.
Yeah, and it might work.
He's gonna, beautiful reversal by Gilbert Ivel into Don Frye's guard, pounding away. Don Frye pushing Gilbert back. Looked like Gilbert was gonna jump up in the air and land on him. Gilbert trying for a roundhouse kick. Don with a single leg.
Whoa.
He's going for the single. Don Frye fighting his heart out here to keep this fight on the ground. The strategy against Gilbert Ivel.
5 minutes into the round.
Only halfway through the round now.
Well, what an intense fight. He's picking him up.
And he's going for the double. He's got the double leg takedown. And they're going to restart the fighters again unless they get out of the rope on their own. And they're trying to push him out. What an absolutely outrageous affair it's been so far.
Wow, what a fight. What has Don left? Because he looked very winded. He was squeezing his eyes also already early in the fight after that when he got poked in the eye. He was squeezing his eyes like he couldn't see enough. So he definitely wants to be in this position.
He can buy a little bit of energy here, catch his second win, and maybe even submit Ivel, because if Ivel doesn't know how to get out of the smother here and panics, and Ivel, if Don really brings his neck close to his shoulder, he can create suffocation. He can do this. It's not really going to be done against a great grappler, but Gilbert, as we said, is not strong in the grappling area.
Yeah, that's where he only legs, but he will.
Because his nose is out, he can still breathe.
Yep, his nose is out. He should simply try for a side choke or the crush, the Adam's apple crush. That will probably do the trick. Slide your left arm now over the throat of Gilbert Ivel.
And then grab your other bicep.
That's it.
And then just bring it down like a door slamming.
That's it.
Got it. Okay, now they're going to restart him closer to the center. In the guard, they're not even let Gilbert stand back up because they know that he's not going to want to go back down.
Yeah.
Gilbert looks like he's not exactly fresh right here either. I'm sure he's spent a lot of emotion, and that may have depleted his adrenaline just a tad. Because he got emotional with the referee, was arguing with the referee. Gilbert pushing Don Frye back and getting back up, coming in with the right hook. Gilbert setting up the knee. Here's the knee, and he gave Don Frye a clinch. Another knee. Don took that one too. Gilbert with that thumb.
Yeah, Don definitely needs to go for a takedown. It's 3 minutes. Right here, it's going to be very dangerous for him. If Gilbert's going to keep holding the rope, he's going to get disqualified.
Gilbert has got to let go of the ropes because Don almost had him on the deck. Almost had him on the ground. And is Gilbert putting that thumb where it shouldn't belong again?
Yep.
And Don Frye, okay, that's it.
That's it, Gilbert lost. Disqualification.
Don Frye, the winner via disqualification. Don Frye has returned. He's limping back to his corner. A miraculous victory at 7 minutes, 29 seconds. Oh, 7 minutes, 20
Look
seconds.
in the ring, guys. There's a lot of commotion in the ring. Ilonka Elmond, famous Thai boxer from Holland, holding Gilbert Eiffel there. Gilbert is pushing her. There's a lot of commotion going on. The Fry's corner. I'm thinking Fry.
Don looks like me taking a bump or two to the eye, because that kind of swelling is not for punches.
Yep.
The inner swelling like that. Now, we've said people have heart. Don Fry, he came in injured. He could barely walk here. He had that groin pull, which really took away his shot at a diving takedown. And there's YOSHIAKI congratulating Don Fry. But the fact is that Don Fry has come back to mixed martial arts. Don Fry came back. You know why he came back? Don Fry came back because he says he wants to have a rematch with Coleman. Because Coleman handed him his only defeat, and it was a war. And Fry never gave up in that fight. The referee stopped it for strikes. So Fry is back. Need to go back and heal that leg. There he goes, limping to the side, grabbing the microphone. Let's see what Mr. Fry, formerly known as the Predator, has to say.
Gilbert! Gilbert's all down. We can do it again, brother. We can do it again. We can do it again.
Don Fry announcing that they can do it again, meaning he'd gladly give a rematch.
Why I almost get why they give me yellow cards? Okay, I get it. Everybody say I get it.
Well, Gilbert very unpopular here.
Yeah, because it's normal. He was holding the rope. You know, Gilbert's a good friend of mine. He held the rope many times. 3 times they gave him the yellow card, and that's it. Like you said before, if he's going to get one more yellow card, it's going to be disqualification. Well, there you had it.
Yeah. Well, here it was where Gilbert jumped in for the knee, and Don Fry got the underhooks and finally gets Gilbert on the ground. And this was early in round 1. Don Fry really summoning up a lot of internal power to get this fight where he had to, which is on the ground, because Gilbert definitely is weak on the ground, and this would be a really emotional rematch.
How have you been preparing for this fight? Because a few things happened.
Well, you know, I'll be honest with you, my preparation didn't go as planned. You know, I'm not making any excuses, but I had hoped to go out to California and get some personal instructions from submission specialists, but I had some personal problems at home with my mother-in-law coming down with ovarian cancer, so I had to deal with that and take care of my family. But I've trained myself before. I've been around for a long time, so I'm comfortable with where I'm at.
Don has been saying that he came back to mixed martial arts because of you. What do you want to say to Don?
Well, I respect that. You know, it's his only loss. It was some time ago, and it's probably maybe been eating away at him. He's a fierce competitor, and he wants to avenge that loss. Hopefully, maybe he can get through tonight's fight with a win. That's very important, obviously, and I need to win also. And it looks like that'd be a great matchup here in Japan, and also the American fans would like to see something like that, and I'd be willing to do it.
Okay, in the ring, Antonio Minotauro Nogueira. And his opponent, now making it into the Osaka-jo Hall, Mark the Hammer Coleman.
It's hammer time.
Oh, yes it is. And Mark Coleman has got just such a long list of wrestling titles, but it's when he stepped into mixed martial arts that he really started to prove the dominance of wrestlers who can go into the guard and strike, or take you down and strike. He is the man responsible for the term ground and pound. You take an opponent to the ground and you pound them.
Mark Coleman, unbelievable strong, also a lot of affected by the whole happening in New York. I hope also with his mother-in-law he had some problems, so that's a mental thing that he had.
Yes, his mother-in-law was diagnosed with cancer. And he said it's okay to mention it, and he obviously has so much emotional weight on his shoulders right now. I discussed it with Mark, how there was a boxing match once between a guy named James Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was undefeated at the time, and he was pretty much a 41-1 underdog. And Buster Douglas, his mother had just died, and his wife was diagnosed with terminal disease. Came in and beat Mike Tyson. Yep. So Coleman and I had discussed how sometimes this can be a motivating factor. Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, nicknamed Minotauro. This man has got some great submissions.
Oh yeah, he won the 32 rings tournament.
Mark the Hammer Coleman, as you were saying, Bob, he won the 32-man rings tournament.
Yes, and that's preliminary submissions. He's a submission artist. Coleman gonna have a handful if this fight is gonna go to the ground.
Both men weighing about 230 pounds. Nogueira, really a gentleman, a class act, coming from the Brazilian top team. And Yuji Shimada really warning the fighters about the holding, after especially that last match we saw, about the holding from Ivo. Nogueira has got a really fast low kick. Coleman has got improved punching. In the standing mode, Nogueira is going to want to practice Muay Thai, where Coleman's going to want to box. Coleman, I feel, can take Nogueira down at any time. Coleman with a left hook into the clinch here. Nogueira with the knees to the legs. Coleman with the uppercut. They're rumbling right after each other, folks.
Looked like Nogueira wanted to knee him in the head, but I don't know if it's a smart thing to do to grab the neck of Mark Coleman, because now he's got the underhook. Is this the one arm, I see? Yeah.
Coleman, we had mentioned that Nogueira had won the 32-man rings tournament, but that wasn't 32-man in one night. It was over a period of about 2 or 3 days. Coleman, on the other hand, has won 3 8-man mixed martial art tournaments, 2 in the Ultimate Fighting Championship and 1 the Grand Prix Super Tournament, which happened last May. And he knows, oh, good punches there by Nogueira. Wow. Stepping back with a left, right, left. Looked good to me, boss.
Oh yeah, there were solid punches and right to the head. You know, he didn't miss. It was very accurate.
Well, I think it woke Coleman up knowing that now if this guy gets range, he's going to punch.
Yeah, for sure. He trained a lot of striking. That's a thing we know for sure now, because after his last fight against Goodridge, he didn't show it. Maybe he was saving it and to show off now in this fight.
Well, plus he didn't need it, because it only took about 2 minutes 37 seconds to get Goodridge out of there with a triangle choke. Coleman knows that Nogueira is dangerous on his back from the guard position. Here, Nogueira chopping
right uppercuts.
Good right uppercuts.
Yeah, they're hitting target.
He's really good in the clinch. Coleman throwing in the right hand over the top. Coleman really needs to take this to the ground.
Wow, who expected this?
I mean, Nogueira coming out with a world of punches and Muay Thai, a good Muay Thai clinch. Coleman knows he's in a fight here. Nogueira with a low kick. Oh, Coleman had the same look on his face as when he fought Maurice Smith. He knows that weapon is a really punishing weapon. Coleman answers back with his own low kick.
looks a little winded right now. I hope he's going to recoup.
Yeah, Nogueira coming in, chopping with the right hand, and bounced off the top of Coleman's head. Coleman faced one of Nogueira's teammates in his last fight, and that was March 25th, 2001. And Alan Goes made the mistake of trying to shoot in for the takedown against Mark Coleman, exposing him to the front knees on the ground, because it was the first time they'd ever used the new rules where you can knee the opponent on the ground if he's on all fours facing downward. Nogueira stepping back. It's a smart tactic for Nogueira. Keep the distance. If I were Nogueira, I would throw straight punches and throw that low kick.
Yep, that's the best game plan for him.
Oh, Nogueira going for the high kick and slipping to the canvas. Coleman now in Nogueira's guard. Nogueira with a half butterfly. Right shin under Coleman's thigh. Coleman's got to be real careful, but nonetheless, Coleman's got to punch.
Nogueira's going to go for a figure four, I think. Watch it on the right arm, Coleman's right arm. He's holding the wrist. Oh, triangle coming up. He's going to try to pass the arm, you see.
Nogueira looks beautiful standing up, but trying for it all, trying for that right high kick and slipping. And Mark Coleman falling down into his guard. Nogueira going high. Coleman knows. Coleman does not want to get caught the same way Gary Goodrich. Oh, Coleman going for the neck crank. Nogueira cross-facing and moving Coleman over. Oh, a real war here.
Yeah, the bad thing about the neck crank is that you're vulnerable for leg loss. He's going to go. This guy is looking for submission, and he's all over the place. Look, he's going to pass the arm. He's going to try for a triangle. He's going to pull his left knee up now.
I think the ground fight.
And then he's going to watch this, and that's the figure four. Uh-oh. Coleman should hold the inside of his thigh right now, because this could be it.
Because this guy's big enough, strong enough to do this.
Yep. Coleman should hold his thigh.
Oh, but he just let Coleman know that that is a weapon. Expect that. I'm sure Coleman knew that this guy really a master of submission. Nogueira, oh, the up kick by Nogueira. Trying to kick out now. Oh no, it's a bad
out now.
He's got to get out because Nogueira does not have his instep locked on the back of his knee. Coleman is not in trouble right now, but he could be. If Nogueira reaches up and grabs his left heel and pulls it down over the back of Coleman's shoulder, it'll be really difficult for Nogueira giving it up. Nogueira really all over Coleman here from the bottom.
Yeah, he's working, and Coleman looked a little winded on his feet, and this is going to cost him a lot of energy because he's all over the place. He needs to defend all the time. He's a very dangerous person, Nogueira.
But we've seen Mark Coleman come out in some of his early fights and use a lot of energy with punches and aggression, but he hasn't done that here necessarily. So Coleman is leaving some things in reserve. He's not that winded right now.
No.
Nogueira, on the other hand, he made a lot of attempts. He may be feeling it.
Yeah, but it's his game. He plays all day long. He plays the half guard, butterfly guard, everything, and that's his game, you know. So, but like you said, Coleman looks fresh again.
Coleman,
yeah, he had it on the hips. He had the butterfly guard, I think, before.
Coleman looking a little frustrated. That's not a good sign to see that in a fighter's face, because once frustration sets in, they can start to...
Whoa, passing the arm again, you see? He is so slick.
Nogueira told me the last time he was here in Japan that he thought that maybe no one in the heavyweight division had the level of submission ability that he does, and we're seeing that tonight.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely right.
So he's backing up his words, but he hasn't caught Coleman yet.
No, but it's dangerous for Coleman. He's going to offer the figure four, or he's going to go for a triangle.
And to pass Nogueira's guard is a really risky thing, because Nogueira will go up for the triangle.
Yeah, here we go again.
Oh, there it is.
Again.
Coleman's got to pass the guard there. Almost tried to put Nogueira.
No. It's going to be over. It's going to be over.
The fight is over. It's going to be over. Coleman has got to slam him. He's got to do some...
Big trouble here.
Coleman is on the verge of being choked out by Nogueira. Coleman is going to pull his way out. Is he going to be out? He's got the armbar, boss. Coleman tapping out. Oh, straight armbar. Mark Coleman has been submitted. Oh my God, by Antonio Minotauro Nogueira. Wow, Nogueira really has got the goods on his back, guys.
Oh, and not only on his back, you really got the goods standing up too. He did some solid striking. Hit some low kicks.
Well, there's a new sheriff in town now.
Oh, yes.
I would have to say that this puts Nogueira at the top of the heavyweight heat.
Right away, bang,
He's the man who beat the man. Coleman was number 1. Pretty much across the board, most people had him ranked in the top 3. A lot of people had him ranked number 1. Nogueira came in. If there was any weak point that Coleman had emotionally, Nogueira exposed up. But we can't take that away from Nogueira. And Nogueira came in to fight. He got the win. It was an armbar.
It was an armbar. It started out as a triangle choke, but then slid it over to the armbar. Look at this, how beautiful it is.
And also joining us right here, we've got Matt Hume, our resident judge, has joined us again. Matt, what's he doing here?
He's locking that triangle up very tight. He's got the leg against the shoulder, and he's very deep with it. He's got the leg straight across the back of the neck, which makes it very tight.
Now he's going to pull the head.
Yeah, if Mark can get his shoulder out of there, he'll escape, but Nogueira now he's getting into an armbar here, and Mark's starting to tap now.
And he tapped out a couple times. He tapped out on Nogueira, and then he tapped out on the referee, and then he tapped out on Nogueira again. Mark's left arm, and he taps out here, and then he taps out on the referee, then he taps out and the referee, and it was 6 minutes, 10 seconds into round 1. Mark Coleman falling prey to the massive jiu-jitsu skills of the new sheriff in town, Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira. A very classy individual. Nogueira really has arrived big time on the world scene. Antonio Nogueira, now, where does this put our heavyweight title fight coming up November 3rd? You got to factor Nogueira in there, because right now he beat the man who was the man. I think this opens up so many possible matchups. Antonio Nogueira, he's got so many fighters in Pride that would love to fight Nogueira. We got Pete Herring, we've got Fujita, we've got Bo Chanchin, who's beaten a number of jiu-jitsu fighters. But this guy is one of the most, I think he's the most dangerous jiu-jitsu fighter I've ever seen.
He was constantly all over the place, attacking, non-stop, and then it throws everybody off, you know, and it costs a lot of energy, but like I said before, that's his game plan. He doesn't do anything else all day long.
But what surprised me, Matt, was Nogueira came out and was giving Coleman a boxing lesson.
Absolutely. He's definitely been working on his stand-up skills. Nogueira is a force to reckon with. He's one of the new generation fighters who's trained both in stand-up and in ground fighting. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it really impressed me because they were in a clinch on the ropes, and then Coleman let go. Then Nogueira stepped back with a left hook, right hand, left hook, and Coleman looked at it like, what? Because he only expected the low kick.
And he was throwing knees too, knees to the legs, knees to the head. Punches, low kicks, we've seen it all. And then on the ground, master submission, all over the place. Complete fighter, so to say.
You know, this fight wasn't an upset by any means because people knew going in that Nogueira was probably one of the toughest, if not the toughest, obviously, opponents that Coleman had ever faced. Where does this put Coleman now? What does he do to regroup? Does he have a rematch with Don Frye?
That's a possibility. There are a lot of possibilities, and you know, there's going to be a lot of discussions among the Pride staff here and the matchmakers to decide what exactly is going to happen. There's a little wrench in the works right now, but what we're going to see is a fantastic fight on the next Pride show. We've got so many people in the works, we can't really say right now who that's going to be, but there's a lot of anticipation as to who it will be.
But anticipation in our world heavyweight title fight, which will happen November 3rd at the Tokyo Dome. But we also have that world middleweight title fight, and it's going to be a rematch between Kazushi Sakuraba, the submission master from the Takada Dojo, versus the shootbox terror, the axe murderer, Vanderlei Silva. That fight, boss, is going to be a war.
Oh my God, if it's going to be a little bit the same as last time, it's going to be unbelievable. But this time, Sakuraba will be adapted to the new rules. You better make a big bet on it. So if it's going to be the same thing, I don't know. I see a lot of power in Sakuraba, and I really think that he's going to go for the kill.
But you know what was interesting tonight? We saw Vanderlei Silva's teammates clean house. We saw ASSUEIRO Silva make short work of Yamamoto. We saw our new rising star in MURILO Ninja Hua, and now he made DAIJIRO Matsui quit. Now, we didn't expect that because we didn't think that Matsui could ever quit.
Matsui is so tough, and for Matsui to quit, he really took a lot of damage, and I think Matsui is going to need to take some time and regroup now. He's had some tough fights, and he's fought some big opponents. He's gone through a lot of battles lately, and I think he needs to get his head back together before he steps in there again.
Well, speaking of getting his head back together, let's hope that Guy MEZGER, in his really close split decision loss to new rising star RICARDO ARONA, can come back and maybe get back in the mix, because he was leading, in my opinion, in that fight, and then it went against him, no problem. But ARONA, he really wants to fight the winner of Sakuraba versus Vanderlei. Yeah, I think there may be a little bit of a rivalry brewing between the Brazilian top team and the Shootbox Academy, because they had some words the other day, because evidently one of the Brazilian top team guys was helping Yamamoto train to fight against ASSUEIRO Silva. So the two teams had some terse moments there. I think we got a rivalry brewing there. We also saw Sammy SCHILT, the giant, come in and make short work of AKIRA Shoji.
Yeah, he was all over AKIRA Shoji. AKIRA Shoji got the takedown early in the fight, but then after the stand-up, he couldn't do it again, and he was raining knees and punches, a liver shot. He was all over AKIRA Shoji, but AKIRA Shoji was there to fight. He took the fight on a short notice, and that says a lot about his personality.
These fighters, the Japanese fighters, they're just all heart. They'll come in, they'll fight somebody 2 feet taller than him, you know, and Matsui has no quit in him, so for him to quit tonight, he took a lot of damage.
But the thing is that Sammy SCHILT is another monkey wrench in the heavyweight division. You've got a giant here who can stop someone with a front teep kick, like he did with Pete Williams in the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Absolutely.
Now, we've got Coleman still hovering around the top. We've got Antonio Nogueira, who's really the man right now. We've got Sammy SCHILT, but we have Don Frye is back. Don Frye in a wild, ugly fight against Gilbert Yvel.
Let's not forget Heath Herring.
Okay, but but Heath wasn't here tonight. We know about Heath. Let's talk about Don Frye. We'll get to Heath.
Okay.
Don Frye came in with an injury. It was a torn thigh muscle. He faced the most dangerous guy standing, but Gilbert really was, and he had a lot of animosity toward the rules tonight, a lot of disdain towards the referee. That was really kind of an ugly fight, boss.
Yeah, I think so too. He poked his eye one time, and then he kept holding the ropes, and of course, don't fight anyone to have a stand-up fight. You want to take it to the ground. So I thought that the disqualification was a good call for the referee.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. So there you have it, folks. We got to have a shake-up in the heavyweight division. As he said before, Heath Herring waits in the wings. Does Heath Herring want a shot at Bo Jansen? Does he want a shot at Antonio Nogueira? Where will Don Frye factor in this? Will we go after revenge for Coleman, then go for the title? We're going to find out the next Pride, November 3rd at Tokyo Dome. So on behalf of our new broadcast partner, Matt Hume, Boss Rutan, El Guapo, the most handsome man in the mixed martial arts, besides me.
The right side is best.
I'm Stephen Quadros. I am the Fight Professor. Wishing you a very happy night. Domo arigato and sayonara.
Sayonara.
I'm here with Antonio Minotauro Nogueira. I almost want to say welcome to Pride, but you've already been here and done that. But you did it tonight against the #1 heavyweight in the world. You won it by submission. Now, talk about the fight.
Yeah, you see my stand-up getting much better now, so I was so confident. All the situation, he came to fight. Now, if he came to fight standing, I am something to give to him. And in the ground, no, I gave my best thing, triangle. And I trained a lot this position, so I couldn't do this position today.
Now, we're going to have a heavyweight title fight in November 3rd. Where do you think you stand in mixed martial arts in the rankings?
I think now I'm going to fight with the best fighters in the world. All the Pride fighters, they pretty tough. If they bring me hitting, if they bring me Volchance, I'm going to fight with them. I'm ready for fight with everybody.
So you'd like to fight Heath Herring or Volchance? What about maybe a rematch down the road with Coleman?
I love to do the rematch. If he wants, I love to do it rematch with everybody, have a lose to me. So I'm ready to fight with everybody, told you.
Okay.
I love to fight with Coma again.
Okay, very impressive, Antonio Minotaur Nogueira. Obrigado, congratulations,
very much.
Congratulations, guys. Big Daddy, Gary Goodridge from Canada. You got the win. Did you expect any less?
No, and if anybody else did, come on, step up and come to me. I expected to win, I wanted to win, and I got to win.
Explain to the American and worldwide public the Gary Goodridge phenomenon and why you are so popular.
Why am I so popular here in Japan? Because I'm good looking, you know, I'm flash, I'm flamboyant, I have a great body, I have a nice ass. Hold on, I want you to take a look at this. Down, down, down. I have a nice ass. I carry the total package. Gary Goodridge is everything, everything that anybody wants to be.
I'm here with Don Fry. Don, I said welcome back, but you said it wasn't like a welcome back.
No, I didn't feel very welcome out there. I didn't see the welcome mat.
Well, I'm really excited that you're back. Now, this was
I was excited until I got in the ring.
Well, what happened?
It looks like I got beat up, didn't it? It wasn't a good return.
Yeah, but this guy is dangerous. You can't, you know, beat yourself up about the performance because he's really one of the most dangerous stand-up fighters there is.
Yeah, he is a dangerous fighter, and he proved it, you know, tonight. He's a really good fighter, and you know, I was really impressed with his abilities.
Now, you told me that the reason why you came back because you want back at Coleman, right?
Right.
I mean, that really burns inside of you, doesn't it?
Right, it does burn inside me, but now it looks like I got a rematch against Gilbert, so I don't know which one's going to come first, either Coleman or Gilbert. To me, it doesn't matter. It's up to the fans.
Do you have anything that you would like to say directly to the American public?
Yeah, you know, we took a little bit of an ass kicking there September 11th, you know, New York and D.C., but, you know, we got a leg knocked out from underneath of us, but we're going to come back. You know, we never quit. We're Americans, and we're going to rip his balls off and shove him down his throat.
Okay, and there you have it. Don Fry is back in the house. Welcome back, Don.